This is Noci, a small town near Bari, Italy, in the Puglia region, where my grandmother's story begins. Anna Roberto DiCola's childhood was filled with family gatherings, hard work, and the simplicity of rural life. My grandmother grew up in this quaint town, but the promise of a better life called her to America. Despite the warmth of her community, economic hardship loomed over them. The promise of a better life in America called her family to make a difficult decision. The 1929 stock market crash was the last straw for the family, and they decided to board a ship from Napoli to America. The journey was arduous, the ship was crowded, and each day was filled with uncertainty and hope for what lay ahead in the new world. A fierce storm struck the ship, throwing everyone into chaos. In the midst of this, my grandmother's brother fell ill with a high fever, adding to the terror and the uncertainty of their journey. As Anna Roberto and her family stepped off the boat at Ellis Island, getting help for her older brother Nate was a priority. The Robertos were met with a whirlwind of challenges that tested their resilience and hope. The air was thick with apprehension as they faced grueling medical examinations and invasive interrogations that determined their fate. Language barriers added to their anxiety as they struggled to understand the stern instructions barked at them. The family clung to each other, fearing heartbreaking separation, detained in cramped quarters for days and weeks, waiting for approval. The promise of a new life was overshadowed by the harsh reality of discrimination and the daunting task of finding work in a foreign land where prejudice was often a barrier as formidable as the ocean they had just crossed. Dreams of work and prosperity brought them to Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, a suburban Pittsburgh steel town, vastly different from their Italian seaport. It was a place where many Italian Americans built new lives. Despite the hardships, my grandmother adapted to her new life. She learned Italian cooking skills in the tradition of the old world, all while meeting the new ideas and demands of the new world. She met and married my Italian immigrant grandfather in 1948. They became the DiCola family. He worked tirelessly in the steel mill before starting his own refrigeration business, which brought stability to the family. They didn't have much money, they didn't have much wealth, but they had each other, and that's all that really matters. Journey shaped her into a resilient and resourceful woman. She and my grandfather raised 4 children: Roseanne, Theodore, Bob, and John, all of whom benefited from the sacrifices made by their parents to offer a better life in the new world. My grandparents became upstanding members of their community, serving their Catholic church and local Italian festival, Italian Sons and Daughters of America, and the Berry Club. Despite economic hardships and discrimination, Anna preserved their Italian heritage while helping her children adapt to American society. Navigating language barriers, she created a home where Italian traditions and the American dream coexisted. Their children, initially hindered by financial constraints, thrived due to the family's emphasis on education and hard work. Over time, they graduated from high school, pursued higher education, and secured reputable jobs contributing to the community. They adopted talents and interests in music, public relations, and industry. Anna and Sebastian's perseverance laid a foundation for their children's prosperity, embodying the resilience and triumph of what it means to be an Italian American.